Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How you guys doing? Wake up, wake up. It's time to get up. Drink that coffee. Shake that hog, too. Don't forget, it's the same shit, different day. Yes, it is. Nothing different. Good morning, guys. Good morning. What am I referring to? Right out the gate, of course, I'm referring to, of course, us being right, and of course, on our calls, winning. I'll get into that here in a second. Of course, I gotta start with the pleasantries, guys. Again, my goddess this morning is here. Grand Rising Otaku and Chaos fam, let's get this money, guys. Yes, it's Tinfoil Hat Tuesday tonight, guys, of course, with the foreign market open. Instead, on Tuesday, we like to shake it up and distract you guys a little bit from the chaos that is, of course, crypto. Right, yo, Otaku, yeah, how's it going, Danny? Super Danny in the house. Reach out to me still about tonight if you're going to still be able to join or not. Cliff, yes, happy Chaos Tinfoil Hat Tuesday coming. Yes, Cliff, 100%, my man. We also got Easy and Cody in the chat. How's it going, Easy? Yes. Otaku GG, I'm late. Zero? Consumed? Zero coffee consumed. You got to get out there and make some of that coffee, man. Get going. Get it going on the right foot. Yes, Cliff. We got, Cliff, Gamma, Danny, Easy, and Cody. Good morning, Crypto. Yes, Chaos. Good morning, Cody. Yes, good morning as well. Funny colors. I heard, only the super rich will have Bitcoin. That's right. You heard right. That is, what we're lining up to be. If you guys do not get a piece of the pie before it's too late, you don't want to be buying Bitcoin at $10 million or $1 million, yada. You guys get the idea. All right. Danny, Cody, Cliff. Yes, everyone here. Gamma, 100%. Thank you. She's also making coffee and passing it out to the patrons in the chat. Thanks again. Yes, Gamma. Good morning, Chaos Crew. Good morning, Dylan. Yes, good morning. And, Cody Bakula. Yes, coming with a $2 super chat this morning. Thank you, Cody. Boom. Let's get going. 199 pennies this morning. Thank you. The coffee machine is broke at work. I can't work under these conditions, says Dylan Crum. Yeah, I can't. I couldn't. No. Yes, good morning, Crypto JPEG. I have to have a coffee or a tea. I have to. Just let it be. Andy here also this morning. Yeah, just in $410 billion PNC bank partners with Coinbase to offer direct Bitcoin trading for clients. I thought they already did that. I thought they talked about that, at the tail end of the summer. I thought they mentioned that earlier. The first bank in the market, such as offering among major U.S. banks. I mean, we do have the partnership still with Coinbase, Bank of America, and I think JP Morgan. There's a bunch of them out there working with Coinbase. Good morning. Yes, good morning. User G, how's it going, User G in the chat? Is Solana trolling XRP? What did I miss? Yeah, what is going on with that? Let's see. They've been having a very, very, very good ETF launch. I know Solana has. XRP, not so much. I showed you guys the normally searches last night, declining at a rapid rate. The likes of that I've never seen on the charts, for the Google index on normally searches. Usually XRP is, up there with Bitcoin in terms of the overall searches. It's very much declining now. Yeah, we'll probably dive into that again real quick. I know it's not enough pennies for you. Oh my God, Cody coming with a 500 penny super chat. I know it's not enough pennies for you, huh? No, I'm just trolling because it's so funny when you put it in that perspective. I forgot who did it that one day. I've been just keeping the spirit going. I think it was Cliff. Oh, no, it was Jake. It was Jake the Snake who said, here's 200 pennies for you. It just stuck with me ever since. All right, guys. Yes. Solana trolling XRP. Yeah, let me take a look at that real quick before we dive into it. But yeah, we'll get, of course, into the winning from last night, of course, calling for baseline bear. Where are we at this morning? Baseline bear. What else is new, guys? What else is new? All right. Of course, last night, Bitcoin, failed to give us anything, positive in the charts to really appear like it's going to get priced in before leading up to this meeting. And this is a weird one. I think I've only ever seen maybe like a handful out of all these years watching, Jerome Powell talk, for the last 5-6 years. I've never seen, I haven't seen a price action like this, all but maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 at the most, where we're leading up to the FOMC flat, completely well behaved after a huge sell-off well, massively overbought or oversold, and we're not even attempting to price it in before the FOMC meeting. I mean, this is Bitcoin we're talking about. We can make $10,000 candles in short order. I've seen them. I've lived through many of them, if not all of them in the past, obviously 6 years. But anyway, I was expecting at least by now. You know, if you would have asked me last week, I was telling you guys it's more than likely we're going to chop back up here and just keep climbing up to about maybe 98, 100,000 before the FOMC. Nope. We're going to do all that afterwards. It appears to be. We'll see how this all works out. All right. Danny says I can get on tonight for a little bit if it's okay if I'm talking about half an hour or so to an hour. Yeah, that's fine, Super Danny. We just gotta make that happen. Braveheart Me Freedom, top of the morning to you. Chaos Family, top of the morning to you. Braveheart, also here, guys, the CEO, Braveheart Me Freedom's in the chat. We love you, Braveheart. How's that McRib doing? It's not. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes before the opening bell. It took too long in the pleasantries. Let me show you a few things. I had some sound bits I wanted to show you guys this morning. I don't know if I have time to show you all of them, though. Doomberg this morning, definitely talking about a lot of Doom. Paramount Skydance also, Paramount, of course, looking to buy Warner Brothers. They're looking at the overall outlook of this and how this is going to get split. And I forgot CNN's a part of this deal, so it's about to get interesting.
Have the blessing of President Trump on other issues, putting in a lot of money towards the purchase of an asset that controls CNN?
There are a number of players, Jared Kushner included, who are in close proximity to the administration and the president. The president in the last 24 hours has discussed both bids. And while, the precursor of the Paramount Skydance $30 a share cash bid was him acknowledging the antitrust considerations, the president's now essentially saying that he will have some oversight of the process as well.
Very sus. Anyway, moving on. We also had Home Depot basically coming out, analysts talking about this is a very bad sign for the housing market.
It's just one more piece of bad news for the U.S.
Doom!
Yes, Matt, this outlook from Home Depot, comparable sales up only as much as 2% next year, really not what investors were hoping for. I mean, you think back just a few weeks ago, Home Depot cut their profit outlook for this year, zoom out a little bit, maybe some puts and takes on the data, but the big picture here, mortgage rates for the 30-year still above 6%, housing prices really high, consumers facing high prices elsewhere, under a lot of pressure. That's weighed on Home Depot's stock this year, down 10% through.
All right. Just trying to get through some of these sound bites real quick. Also, more doom also with Campbell's, reaffirming, basically they're just talking about little clips here and there about what are consumers doing? Well, they're buying less, of course, pre-prepared goods, foods, and of course making more food at home.
I'm seeing earnings fell around 13-14%, so definitely still trying to work through some more business aspects of the company, but I think when you have also the consumers pulling back in certain areas, that doesn't help as well.
Isn't there sometimes in this environment, though, when there is stress, that you get less people spending at restaurants and more spending at grocery stores?
Yes. All right, we're running out of time, guys. We got to catch the market bell open. Let's go.
Political news.
All right, almost missed it. We got about 30 seconds. All right, let me catch up with the chat real quick while we're waiting for them to get going. Getting on with it. The bell open, of course, here in about 25, 30 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Boom.
This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. There's not a lot going on in futures. You can see we're pretty much unchanged here on
still
the
68
futures. NASDAQ down 0.2%. We do have some pretty interesting bell ringers for you today. Starting over at the New York Stock Exchange, Jack Mallers, surrounded by a bunch
Jack
of
Mallers, 21 Capital, let's go! Yes!
He, of course, strike fame, ringing the bell for 21. His grandfather was the chairman of the board of the Chicago Board Options Trade, so of CBOT, which is pretty cool. And his dad was one of the biggest broker dealers in Chicago. I've interviewed him. Very interesting dude. Over at Walmart, incredibly interesting.
They're a tech stock now.
I don't know who it is, but one of these people, maybe both of these people, are fleet drivers who have put in 3 million miles on the road, just chasing that long white line, accident-free. So Walmart has a couple of fleet drivers ringing the bell.
I didn't know that was humanly possible to drive 3 million miles.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, right?
It is really impressive. Also ironic because they're at the NASDAQ being like, we're at a tech company. So one day are the robots just going to be driving?
Yes, exactly.
Yes!
They'll be replaced by
Yes!
EVs.
Oh
man, Doomberg this morning is
awesome.
awesome.
We'll be celebrating their accident-free drives too. Okay, speaking of tech, I'm looking at Nvidia. It's turned around from the gains we saw pre-market to now losses, down a third of 1%. President Trump said, Nvidia, congrats. You can export your H200 chips to China. We'll take a $25 surcharge off the back of that. But to be clear, it's now weaker this morning. Matt, China, the surprise of all surprise, the FT reporting that China is saying we're not necessarily going to just allow you to start buying this chip. You have to go through all of these different allowances. We have to give you approval. And China, of course, hasn't been so generous with allowing companies to buy American-made chips.
Right, and let's not forget that the Trump administration wants a 25% cut of these sales. Maybe China is also going to want to put its hand in the pot. Home Depot issued a cautious preliminary guidance for next year, expecting comp sales to grow just 2%. The housing outlook is weighing on earnings as high interest rates keep more Americans on the sidelines. And we also got disappointing earnings out of Toll Brothers, which is surprising because they make what are deemed luxury homes, and we thought that part of the market should be doing well, but also weak guidance from Toll. Let's get back right now to Scott Cronert. He's Citi's U.S. equity strategist and managing director. And you know, this kind of flies in the face of all the bullishness. The U.S. housing market has long been a problem, and it doesn't seem like even rate cuts from the Fed are going to help that much, because over the last year they've cut 75 basis points, and the U.S. 10-year is only down like 10 basis points. How do you expect the 10-year to be priced in 12 months' time, Scott?
Well, I think the way we're thinking about this, Matt, is that, you know, in our view, the Fed's path to policy neutral is the path that we're on right now. And getting to that point and lessening some of the restrictiveness is an important element of this. Now,
do you think the Fed is restrictive right now, that this is a restrictive rate for the U.S. economy?
They've been pretty clear on this. Now, the discussion on terms of where Fed neutral is open-ended, but many will say it's in that 3.5% range. So the starting point here is you need to get the Fed down to neutral. I think the consumption data, you know, would tell you that there's still a concern regarding the labor backdrop and aggregate spending that in our opinion, the Fed needs to respond to. So you've got the path lower for Fed funds rates. Now, the other side of this is inflation and the term premium you're going to place out to the 10-year. And there, we're of the view that inflation is in a fairly manageable position right now. So, you know, where the 10-year ends the year, obviously, is going to be probably around these current levels, 4.1 or so. But the path lower still is going to be tied to inflation and Fed funds. We think, generally speaking, you continue to see the rate complex move lower, which again speaks to and sets up for a cyclical rotation as we go into next year.
Speaking of cyclical rotation, Scott, commodities are doing so well. The Bloomberg Commodity Index trading around a 2023 high. You could say it's maybe the economy, expectations of an uptake. Maybe it's the new economy with demand for different infrastructure. How are you viewing that, and how does that translate into some of the stocks that you like heading into 2026?
Yeah, so there's a big discussion out here in terms of what the drivers are of sort of the macro tailwinds that we're dealing with right now, and how much of that is a pull from the AI infrastructure build out. And I think that debate will be ongoing next year, but suffice it to say, we have had that as a tailwind. We think it, again, broadens down other paths as we go into next year, all of which sets up, we think, pretty constructively for this ongoing broadening thesis. So you step back and look at the way we've been positioning. Yeah, we've been overweight tech all year with a focus really on the semiconductor space and software as well. But within that, we've also been pushing out the cyclical path, whether it's financials. And so we're fairly keen on the banks here still, despite very strong performance this year. And then within the more traditional cyclicals, we've gotten more constructive on cap goods. And, you know, we've been using names like Rockwell and Quanta Services on our rec list for over a year now.
All right. I'm over it. But speaking of cyclical, rotations. We are waiting for this to happen, guys. I was showing you guys some of this last night. If you guys are part of the Discord, don't forget to hit the link down below to join the Discord. All you gotta do, of course, is join over there. To read the rules page, agree to not be a dick, basically, and to get access, just click on the little emoji here to let yourself on in. And last night I was showing some of these metrics, like only a small percentage from Bitwise, guys. This is coming from, of course, Bitwise. Yes, only a small percentage of capital rotation from gold, just from gold, somewhere between 1% and 5%. If it were to rotate into Bitcoin, again, going into next year, there's a lot of pressure on gold right now to keep going. But at some point, we know some of this capital is going to rotate into Bitcoin, and if it does. It will double from here. Bitcoin price versus hypothetical prices from gold into a Bitcoin rotation. If only 1% were to rotate, we'll be looking at $134,000 Bitcoin, up to about 5% of this capital rotating from gold. Bitwise is calling $242,000. Insane. So anyway, if you guys jump over here, you would see that I posted that last night. Again, leading into relevancy this morning. All right, what else we got? You're talking about Walmart. Let's get out of here. Let's give CNBC a break. CNN a break, and head over to CNC. Give them a chance to give us something good. Treasury yields ease. 10-year holding above 4.1%, highest level since October. Let's take a look.
Right now,
when
people come up to me in the street and say, "Isn't he an idiot?" I say, "No." Okay, my crew, the crew. This is what Smart Crew is with. One of them said
on the fishing trip.
Yeah, the fishing trip. You guys actually all like each other, don't you? Damn.
Secrets out.
Don't let on. I know. Can we talk a little Pepsi? I'm sure you're briefed on it too.
I would love to.
Elliott, obviously one of their largest positions, and just step back for a minute. When you think about Elliott as a activist, of course, we talk about it, by far the most prominent, biggest activist. Salesforce, Starbucks, Pepsi, Honeywell, Texas Instruments. By the way, not all great. Southwest, and I don't know what the performance overall is.
It doesn't look terrible for Pepsi, considering we could be seeing a downtrend, of course, going into a recession. Pepsi, of course, is pretty stable during a recession. Okay, moving on. What else we got here? Let's take a look at Fox Business as well this morning. All right, SP 500 winners, and stocks mixed as investors eye the Fed's decision tomorrow.
Keycope, Lion Basel Industries, Insulet Corporation, etc. NASDAQ winners, here we go. Coca-Cola, Shopify, Warner Brothers, of course, big because of that news about the fight over who's going to take over
Netflix.
Who's going to, whether it's going to be Netflix or
Paramount. Come on.
So we'll get more information on that. Meanwhile, coming up, President Trump says Joe Biden and the Democrats broke the economy. Now he and the Republicans.
Okay. I'm over it. All right. Obviously, going back and forth on the political nonsense. All right, let's take a look at some of the headlines this morning. There's a big one to get into this morning, and that's, of course, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is now allowed to sell chips to China, according to some of the rhetoric coming out of the White House this morning. All right, so where do we start? Trump's pivot on NVIDIA chips gives China a leg up on the AI race. This is, of course, where we begin our story. This one came out this morning. Beijing, U.S. President Donald Trump moved to allow NVIDIA to ship more advanced artificial intelligence chips to China will significantly boost Beijing's technical capabilities, according to this analysis. This signals a shift of policy in the United States over the past several years. He has ramped up restrictions on Chinese access to advanced semiconductors through the curbs to keep the Chinese companies such as DeepSeek away from finding ways to build AI models that rival their U.S. peers, often as lower operating costs. Compute is our main advantage, says Rush Doshi, assistant professor at Georgetown University, said in the social media platform X, noting that China is already on the edge of the U.S. electrical power grid. Of course, I shared that also, guys, over on Discord. Do I still have Discord up? Yes, I do. Good. I can show you guys that too. I believe, where did I put it? Gotta figure out where I put it though. AI, robots, and tech. Here we go. This is China's power grid, guys. China's power grid generation basically surpassed us back in 2010, about 10, 15 years ago, and it has not stopped. It's projected to be ridiculous. This is on the left over here. It is in terawatts per hour. Terawatts. It's projected to be about 130. I mean, was it 13,000 terawatts by 2030, and we're still playing around down here. Although they are, producing the most energy in the world today, we still defeat them in per capita for what that matters. Not really much. All right. Moving on, because it doesn't matter per capita, per amount of people, per city, when you're actually just trying to meet the demands of AI and big tech. All right, moving on. What else we got? Okay. So I'm going to keep jumping around here and see where we are this morning. We're trying to actually want the more advanced H200 AI chip to China, but will Beijing want them? My guess is they're probably already got some of these chips and trying to reverse engineer them. Obviously, we know China controls all of the companies in their country, and they can, of course, choose the winners and the losers. So if they're retro engineering something they stole from us, and they, of course, send that to the likes of Foxconn or whatever, I'm sure they can get something going in partnership with Taiwan or whatever. I mean, obviously, they're not big fans of Taiwan, but there's definitely other chip manufacturers out there that would work to retrofit this. All right, reverse engineer, whatever. The company can now ship H200 chips to approved customers, provided the U.S. government gets a 25% cut of those sales. That's the current deal being offered, I guess, by the White House. It has been effectively banned from selling any semiconductors to China earlier this year, but since July, to resume the H20 sales, a less advantaged chip designed specifically to comply with their export restrictions. Reports suggest that Beijing has prohibited local companies from buying the H20. Nvidia is not baking in a huge China sales into its forecast as a result. After the ban was lifted, the Financial Times reported that China would limit access to the H200, citing unidentified resources. Our sources. All right, so it looks like they might be limiting some of these chips anyway. I mean, honestly, all they have to do is bin the good ones and keep them, and then just give them all the defunct chips. Obviously not going to do that, for, of course, keeping NVIDIA's name still good. Why China may push back against the H200 chips. The H200 is, of course, NVIDIA's most advanced chips for training and running AI in the markets, but China has been on the drive to wean itself off of American technology and boost its local semiconductor development for AI instead. While this move reopens the door for the U.S. revenue, the strategic train has already left the station. Neil Shah, partner in Counterpoint Research, told CNBC on Tuesday. Huang said in a Bloomberg interview in May that Chinese tech giant Huawei's semiconductors products for AI are probably comparable to NVIDIA's H200 already. That's very crazy. Alibaba and Baidu, and that was back in May. As well as other Chinese startups are also racing to bring competitive products to the NVIDIA market. Huawei has been ramping up its Ascend line of AI products and using massive clusters of chips to try to get performance that is on par with NVIDIA. All right, of course. That's what I was figuring was going to happen anyway. All right, moving on. What else we got? Oof, in the lineup for the news, the headlines this morning. Let's get back in the chat if I make sure we're not missing anything else. I wonder who they're going to have on next. Norwegian downgraded to Goldman Sachs. Also, we lost another credit rating, guys, at Moody's here in the United States.
Coverage on 34 healthcare names. They lean bullish on drug distributors like Teva and Hims and Hers. The analysts also arguing that earnings still have room to beat despite rich valuations. Goldman also says that specialty pharma is shifting towards newer, faster growing products. Matt.
Colgate-Palmolive, by the way, does use palm oil.
I know. In some
of its products.
Who doesn't?
How often
Who doesn't
in life,
use palm oil?
You probably say never in life very often, but like palm olive just doesn't, it's not there at the front of my mouth, Oil is.
It's a tough one. For some reason, a lot of people have a tough time with that. All right, let's turn to tech now. President Trump is giving NVIDIA permission to sell H200 AI chips to China in exchange for a 25%, I guess we'll call it a surcharge. Joining us now is Mandeep Singh, Bloomberg Intelligence Global Head of Technology Research.
All right, it's Mandeep.
This is
all
interesting.
Right. Okay, we just talked about that, so I don't want to get into all that again with Bloomberg. Okay, let's take a look and see what else we got here in the chat this morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you guys are surviving this lead up to the Fed meeting. It's a weird one for sure. Thanks, Gigi. Yes, handing out coffee still this morning. Thanks again, Gigi. Braveheart Freedom says gold will crash. Gold bugs transferred into ZBEC and win. ZBEC for the win. Okay, of course, coming from Braveheart Freedom's mouth. Guys, the McRib is on sale right now. It's only, oh my God, was it like 3,000 sats right now? 3,500 sats, something like that, for a McRib. Crash may be exaggerated, but it will dip. Yes, it will definitely dip, Braveheart. Bartering NVIDIA to China was wise for Trump given where we are, 15 to 22 years behind China. Stream froze for me. Anyone else? Oh no, Dylan Crum says I'm still excellent over here on the live stream. So, not sure what's going on with you. I hope you're doing all right, man. Hope you're doing all right. All right, guys, don't forget there's 21 people watching. Don't forget to get the likes up to the watchers and give me some love, guys. I appreciate it. Brief Harvey Freedom says China has already won the AI race. Raise your electricity rates and say it's so we can build our AI data centers. Yeah, they've been doing that here in the States. They're not telling it it's because of the AI data centers, but we know it. I mean, if you're paying attention at all, my electricity bill went up 20% this year. 20%. And of course, I'm not using any additional usage, really. I don't even use my electricity to heat my house. I let my computers in the studio do it. All right, moving on. What else? Never mind, I'm back, says Dylan Crum. Yes. Let's get back to it, guys. Let's get back to it. All right. Right. What else do we have in the headlines here from CNBC? Let's refresh it. See what we got. Anything else breaking here? We've got corporate America is upbeat on the economy, but less on Trump's handling of it. CNBC CFO surveys suggests Trump ban on wind power projects overturned by federal judge. Watch them, whatever. Ukraine, a critical moment in war as European allies ramp up pressure on Russia. I guess he had a really good meeting. Was it yesterday or over the weekend? With European leaders, it seemed like they were in good spirits and they had something kind of going. But I mean, this thing has gone on for way too damn long. And it's gone nowhere, especially with our involvement. Stocks are little changes. Investors await Wednesday's Fed decision. Yes, traders brace for hawkish cut from the Fed, and here's what that means: we're going to get a cut, and they're going to be like, we were watching it carefully. We're afraid of this, and Powell's is going to be like, yeah. Very hawkish, standoffish on this rate cut. He's going to give it to us anyway, though. And don't forget, he's also printing. They know what's coming. He's also printing like $35-40 billion this month and more to come. Next quarter, guys, in the first quarter of next year, we're going to see like $350 to $400 billion printed in the first quarter. Guys, they know what's coming.
The government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
Yes, Gen Z is screwed. That's just what it is. And millennials, too, on the tail end of it. What else? China's AI wearable markets is already booming from practical to peculiar. Interesting. Fed rate cuts can boost the appeal of dividend stocks. Here are Club's top yielding names. Okay. I'm not really seeing anything else breaking here. Bill Gates on AI and will become hyper competitive. It will become hyper competitive according to Bill Gates. Okay. Obviously that's a no-brainer, obviously. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's take a look at Fox B's. Fox Business's headlines here as well. Anything breaking here? We got the Democratic senators to introduce a bill to block the Trump coin from this treasury. They don't want that thing, of course, to be lingering around forever. So apparently they want to do that. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I was just hoping to find like an actual mock-up of it. But that's coming. It's coming soon. The fight Trump coin. All right. Moving on. White House points to real-life example of Trump's winning economic strategy. Blood pressure meds pulled nationwide. Home delisting surge as sellers struggle to get their price. Yeah. That's getting crazy out there in the housing market. It's about ready to boom. To the downside. More like bust. Doom boom, right? Treasury Secretary shrugs off shutdown as he surprised 3% growth. Scott Bessent. This is, of course, mostly all tailored to the right, but you know what? I like the little political insight on the stream anyway. Kiss frontman Gene Simmons prepares to rock Capitol Hill as conservatives rally behind radio royalty reform.
Bottom line is simply this: we need.
All right, so I got my rock legend, Gene Simmons right there, awesome. All right, what else we got here? Anything else newsworthy? Paramount launches hostile takeover bid on Warner Brothers Discovery. Fed expected to deliver third straight rate cut this week amid labor concerns. It's not really a straight rate cut. We did go one FOMC meeting sideways. Don't forget that. Diamond fires back at acquisitions involving bank decisions during Trump probe. Yeah, he was doing damage control really heavily yesterday. Oh my God, yes he was. Basically sweeping it all under the rug. Oh my God, this interview is ridiculous. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I can't play the whole thing because it's like 10, 20 minutes long. But I can maybe get some little clips here of some of the things he said. Basically, he was sweeping everything under the rugs, talking about, of course, debanking the likes of the Trump family, Jack Mueller's, all these other, Bitcoin treasury or digital asset treasury firms, and saying, we debanked them, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was ridiculous, guys. So much of this swinging. He goes left or right, depending, of course, on the people in the White House. The banks are ruthless. All right, I don't have time to watch any of that, but I do have to go here soon, guys. I've got about 10, 15 minutes. I do have to go early today. I told you guys last night I have a appointment with my mom. This is stupid. To get a manicure pedicure. I've never the likes of ever done this before, so I'm gonna see how this works out. I'm going to be pretty for the live stream tonight. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, guys. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. All right. Let's see what's going on with sentiment. Let's take a look at the overall sentiment. This morning, CNN, of course, bringing us the Fear and Greed Index, sitting 33 in fear for the stock market, 33. All right, so we did slip a little bit. Of course, we're getting the market jitters leading up to the FOMC meeting. Crypto, what the hell are we doing, man? What the hell are we doing? Sitting still at 22 in extreme fear. Cointree has not updated this at all. It's still sitting at the same exact spot we were last Friday. All right, what else we got? Let me take a look at coin market cap too, because why are we not moving? All right, they're still got about the same amount on their crypto. They're usually a little higher than CoinGlass anyway. I like to use CoinGlass to kind of shake it up. All right. So sitting at 22 on the index there as well. Let's take a look at the Dixie this morning. Dixie's still hanging around 99. This could be it. The double top, of course, I'm hoping to see for 99 on the Dixie. This could be it, guys. We're so close. I think it is. 99.17. 99.14, 16, 14. Maybe we don't even hit that 17. We just roll this bitch on over. It's still pretty early to tell, though. We could still see another a week of this, right? Maybe another retest over the week, but I'm hoping that this was the last time we saw 100, and this will be the last time we see 99. All right. So again, that's my plans with the Dixie. Again, of course, a weak dollar is a good thing for our of course, risk-on assets like the altcoins. Not so much for Bitcoin. It can do whatever the hell it wants. I've seen it. All right, let's take a look at crypto bubbles, guys, on the day. Kind of choppy. Oof. A 1.8% down the downside now this morning. Everything taking a hit. Even Zcash is only coming up a little bit on the day, up 4.6%. Continuing its rally, 20% on the week. That's pretty much the only thing that's really been moving big here recently in the past few weeks. Ultima came back up 9.6% on the day, up to about 30% on the week so far. Meme Core came out of nowhere again, sitting at 7.7%. Yeah, if you guys like that sort of narrative for the future, I think it's gonna do okay if it can get the right partnerships. What else we got? ADA up 3.4%. Tau up 2.6%. That was one of my top picks again the last week. BitTensor was down a huge amount. It was like down 40% or 52. I think it was 52% on the month at one day. It was definitely one of my top picks last week. All right, we're looking also at the top 200 on the day. It's coming up. We got a little bit more movement here. Zen's up 11. Pippin's up 30% again on the day. Again, this could be the new one. The new leading meme coin for the next run. It seems like it wants to have some fun. Folks, folks. I don't know what this is. Just moved into the top 200. It's a new coin in my limelight. Sitting here at 27% up on the day. Yeah, up 32 points in rank on the day as well. Luna Classic still going up. I don't know why. They had someone wearing a T-shirt of it at Dubai, and it's still running. I don't know if there's any real narrative behind it. It's up 25% on the day. The fundamentals again probably haven't changed. It's probably the same old, trying to revive the old classic Luna from last cycle. Okay, what else we got? All right, let's get back into the top 100 real quick. Look at the weekly. We're looking for 15s, 20s. There's some of that starting to rear its ugly head right now. Hype's down 15%, but for the most part, Quant, it's just kind of sitting right there on the edge. Quant's probably the biggest mover here on the downside. Down 15% on the month. Only produced 3.5% of gains on the month. Wow, that's crazy. Down 15% on the week though is what I meant to say. Morpho's down 16%. That's pretty much all your big movers. Hype, Hyperliquid, whatever. All right. Again, Hyperliquid did get flipped by Bitcoin Cash just yesterday. Speaking of which, is that coming back down now? Because my God, it's had a hell of a run here. This past few days. All right, let's take a look at the monthly, guys. We're looking for 30s and 40s. Again, the most opportunities we have in the monthly right here. It's all it's pretty much left to look at. ICP's still down 55%. It was my top pick from last night. Probably going to remain that as well. Say's down almost 30% now. That's a good pickup. If we get a little bit more sold off there. Sui is not. We did, of course, come back up. Say and Sui were both down about 35% last week. So, again, that opportunity is kind of lost now. Dot is down 35%. It's been a while since I talked about Dot. I do like that project. Don't hold much or any of it right now anymore. Near also down 38%. The AI, of course, coins have not done anything this year. Speaking of which, for the likes of Fetch, down 88% on the year. These coins have done nothing, guys. Nothing. Almost all of them are bleeding out 2-0. All right. What else we got? Render's down 31% on the month. There's a lot of good picks here, but I'm going to stick with my guns and just say ICP is the one place you want to probably be for a quick return. Virtual's Protocol, again, that was in the top 100 here not that long ago. Still down 40%. It's the largest, of course, AI agentic play on Ethereum. All right, guys, those are my top picks for the day. Again, not financial advice, just my 2 cents for the day.
Buy that for $1.
All right, and I got a few more minutes, then I gotta head out. Let's do some doom scrolling, but before I do, let's check back in the chat real quick. Shill harder, we need more likes. We need more likes, says Jake the Snake. I will do so, my king. Of course, I need to appease the king of Ohio, Jake the Snake. Reminding me every day to shill harder by this floppy disk. I still have it. It's ridiculous. Thank you again, Jake the Snake, for your contribution to the channel. I appreciate the reminder. Oh, jeez. Yes. Luna chart looks like it's about to have another big move up or down, most likely after the overhype. I don't have that on my chart right now, but trust me, bro. Maybe I can take a look at the bubbles real quick. So I don't have time to throw it up on the chart. Damn. Yeah, you're right. If we can get another surge back up and retest 4076. My God, 4076. I remember when Terra Luna was like killing it, man. Terra Luna in the last cycle, I lost about $250 on this project, but it's coming back after a very long run. All right. What are we looking at here? Cliff says down in the spa, pampering, but not sure. I'll trust my toes. Care to people again. I'm gonna find out the hard way today, Cliff. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna end up being the scene from from Dumb and Dumber, where they have to get out a sanding block or a sanding stone for my feet. Grinder. Shill harder. Yes, shill harder. Thanks again, Jake the Snake. Upgrade to massage. Also, you won't be disappointed. That's a thing. That's a thing. What? Really? Oh my God.
What are you, stupid?
I'll let you know how that goes. This is gonna be new for me for sure. Just doing it to spend some more time with my mom. Did Otaku offer hope that evening tinfoil hat Tuesday night me a sock less event? I'm not gonna be wearing socks to it, so. Oh no. Gabaga says, hell yeah, I need to make an appointment myself. Oh wow. For the fancy, says Cody. I didn't know there was even a Definitely not going to get my nails painted, that's for sure. Manny Petty, let's go, baby, says Nebs. Oh my god, you guys. Oh, jeez. A guy likes special massages. Oh, yes. Of course, a guy always likes special massages. Oh my god, Jake. It's not one of those salons. It's not one of those salons. All right, guys. You will enjoy it, says Danny. Nice. I'm glad to get some of your guys' experiences here. I'll let you know how it goes. Jake the Snake says my disc may be floppy, but it ain't soft. That's true. Although, if it was one of those 7.5-inch floppies or whatever the hell they were back in the day, yeah, they were soft. They were soft. But not of course the 3.5-inch ones. Okay. All right. What else we got? In the chat, yeah, I'm trying to get my super chat to support the petty Otaku's pasty janky toes. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it because I traumatized you guys with my pasty toes back when I revealed my toes to Ben and took my socks off on the live stream. Oh my god, you guys are nuts. Jake the Snake coming in with a 200 penny super chat. I can't believe you get a special massage with your mom. I guess I am, man. I guess I am. Yes, massage with a happy ending. Happy ending. Oh my god, Strawberry. With my mom there? I don't think so. Oh, you guys are insane. Yes, happy ending. Okay. Yes, Cliff saying, Taco, now we need to get them painted to kick off the Tinfoil Hat Tuesday event live stream. Guys, I can't get them painted. I would if I was back up north, but I can't get them painted down here because I still wear sandals. I'm in Florida. Yeah, I can't. I'm where the fuck? I can't do it. All right, guys. All right. I'm gonna have to call it. I gotta get going. But it's always it's always a good time hanging out with you guys. We'll have some more fun tonight at the Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, guys. It's gonna be Tinfoil Hat Tuesday tonight. Don't forget to be there or be squared. Jake the Snake and all you guys are telling me to get little aliens and stuff painted on my toes. Are you crazy? Oh my god, guys. You guys are nuts. Yeah, Cody Bakula, yes, be safe, y'all. Of course, you too, man. Nebula Nerd, yes, be safe. Everyone in the chat, be safe, guys. Don't do anything stupid, of course. Before the bull run. All right, guys, I'll catch you tonight. Have a good one. Peace.